Hey everyone, Brandon here, and today we are here with another deck profile. Of course it is White Forest again, however we are using the new stuff, of course, that came out in Alliance Insight. But anyways, I'm doing this because Nats is coming up soon in Liverpool. That'll be next week. And I got third place last night at my locals. So I just thought I'd do the deck profile of my third place top, which is the first time in ages since the Azamina stuff came out with this. Anyway, first we'll start off with the main deck, of course. So with the monsters, start out with your 3 LZs, of course. Never gonna actually change this. If you did, then that would just be insane. Sorry about my camera trying to focus. Got the glare, of course, but yeah, amazing starter. Always amazing to open up with any spell or trap, especially with Black Goat Lass. That would be like insane, because you could literally then just go Black Goat Lass, call draw, and because you get that type of thing, so it's pretty decent. 1 copy of Azamina LZ. Of course, I think it can be played at 2 maybe, but I prefer just the 1, just because I don't like bricking on it. It's more of a search target. And of course the 1 of a Stella, only really want to play 1 just because it's not the best, because it can get impermed and ashed and veiled, so, but it's still good to open up, and plays around droll if you get drolled on the field spell. Then we've got the 3 Sylvie, of course, best like normal summon in the deck, of course. You know what it does at this point, everyone does. We've got the Diabells of the White Diabells the White Witch. This card's pretty decent, protects your whole board from being destroyed by card effects, and you get into your Diabell Star Vengeance, of course. And it's a level 8, so synchro these 2 into a level 12. It's pretty decent. Speaking of Vengeance, we've got 1 copy of Vengeance. It's not my favourite card. It's a good way to keep your opponent thinking. However, I don't particularly enjoy using it because of the life point cost, which has lost me a couple games, but it's best to use it when I'm not going into time. We've got 2 copies of the Diabell Star this time. I was running 1, but I saw a winning list at a Nationals and they were using 3, so I was like, may as well up it to 2. And it works, and when you go in like second, you can just side 1 out with like a couple other things, side in more hand traps and all that sort of stuff. Speaking of, got the 3 fill loss, of course, like it's mandatory at this point. And we've got 3 Ash Blossoms just in case you get more Charmed as well, or just anything like that, I guess. But that is all the monsters, and now we go into the spells and traps. So to start with those, we've got 3, which are the White Forest, the only true 1-card starter. However, if you get drolled on this, you are just crying inside, because that's a bit bad, but oh well. It's good for protecting your monsters. If you're playing Herald of Arclight, you can hard make that with a Stella and LZ or stuff like that, you know. Pretty decent things. Play under Nib as well, if you only open up the field spell. So, because you get locked out of your Azamina things. So, it's not the worst. You can play it at like 1 or 2 as well. But in my opinion, 3 is the best ratio, just because you want to see it. I do side 1 going out. Like, I side 1 out going second, but that's just because I more want to see my board breakers and my hand traps. And we've got the 1 Tails and the 1 Simple Spores of the White Forest. Tails, your generic searcher, you always want it. You don't want to see it in your hand though. There have been times I've bricked on that and had no spellcasters or illusions in hand, which is very annoying, or no way to get to them. This one you can make a Guardian Chimera with. However, that doesn't really come up much, so it's more used in your like main combos to summon out Saint Azamina, and to be able to also get your Omni Negate on board at the same time. So it does come up, it works. We've got the 3 copies of Wanted. Just, you know what it does, everyone does at this point. Search your Diabell Star. Cool combo you can do. If you open this and Hallowed, you can go Hallowed, Chain Wanted, add Diabell Star Vengeance, which classes itself as a simple spoil, so you can make the Saint Azamina or Regina go in, like, in your first summon, so it's pretty good. We've got the 1 Deception. 1 is fine, you can play 2, but it will become a bit bricky if you don't see any monsters. We've got the Hallowed, of course, you only ever want it out 1, and I am still playing Debtors. In my opinion, everyone should be playing this, because when you are going into your combo, if you only have Field Spell combo, search this with Deception. So you get Deception or Wanted off of Azamina Rosette, go into the whole thing, but instead of searching Hallowed, you search for the Debtors, set it, and then in your opponent's main phase, because it is only during the main phase, you can just summon out your Sylvia, or summon out Saint Azamina and use that to special summon things. It depends on your end boards mainly. But yeah, that is just a way to play around a lock, I guess. And it also lets you play under full loss as well. So that's also really good. Usually when I'm playing against someone that's using full loss, I give them 2 draws at most, and that's Arciela and Diabell. So it's not the worst. And got Philia Diabell as well, just because of Diabells and Diabell Star Vengeance. But that's the spells. Well, the main engine spells anyways. But we are main decking 3 copies of Thrust. I think this card is amazing. Gets you into talents, of course, gets you into Black Goat, gets you into a lot of your other main spells or traps that you need if they've like nibbed you or something. So it's pretty good. And we are also playing to play around the Droll, because you saw that we have no Droll and Lockbirds in the deck. Our way of playing against that is Salesman. This card is insane. It didn't come up yesterday. However, it does work in testing. So you just, at the start of your turn, if you got this in your hand, activate it, declare Droll. The only reason why we're not playing Droll is because this locks you out of using that card for the rest of the duel, so you cannot use the card. But this is still just really good. And say they've like Ash Blossomed you or something, you could go Thrust, get Salesman, and all that sort of stuff. We've also got Talents, just the one-off Talents, of course. You have to play it, it's really good. It came up a couple times last night, but I still play it anyways, just in case. We are also playing 3 Forbidden Droplet. This actually won me a game against Mitsurugi Ryziel, because they played into the Mulchami full loss and gave me about like 8 draws. So I drew this off the full loss, was able to shut down their whole board. They decided to chain Detonator to destroy itself, but then that meant their cross was just not live anymore. So I just broke their whole board. We are playing the cross out, of course, and we are playing a cold buy. You kind of have to. This is for Ash Imperm and the Mulchamis and all that sort of stuff. This one is just for other hand traps that send the grave. Of course, the usual things. But now the traps. We have a Simple Spoils of Slumber Morion. This one is pretty good. It actually does come up quite a bit, and you can set it off of the Diabell Star if you need to. Or, like, send it in your opening hand, reset it at the end of your turn. But it will get banished, but then you can just put it back with Wanted. But we are also playing Curse of Diabell. You have to, if you're playing all the other Diabell engine. And we're playing the one Black Goat, because Thrust, we can send it into Thrust. We could also send it with LZ, Diabells, or Estella, and then you can just dodge hand traps quite easily with that. And then we are only playing the 2 copies of Imperms, and that is because I think Imperm this format is not the best card, because a lot of people's decks can dodge target negation, like, pretty easily in this format. But anyways, that is the full main deck. And now we shall get into the extra deck. So, to start off with, one of the popular, this barely comes up really, like I more summon, I summon more the level 6s off of the Belstar Vengeance, and then this one just comes up a couple times to hard mate, like to quick effect into, like synchro into the Snake Eyes Vengeance Dragon. But of course playing Arciela, Silvera, Diabelle, never going to change, never has. And we're still playing the Chaos Angel. And then the last synchro is the Snake Eyes Vengeance Dragon. This is such a good card, it's won me so many games. All because people couldn't like dodge the battle phase effect and stuff. Like, in my opinion, this card's beautiful. It's just amazing. I need to get it in QCR. We are playing Magistus Chorozo. Like this, it's a good card for if you're only opening up like simple spoil stuff. I think I used it once, so it doesn't come up much. It's a good super poly target though, like just in general. The Azamina fusions, playing Erisixen, helps way too good, like so good. In standby phase you can act a simple spoils or Azamina card from your grave to your hand, and just on summon send the card to grave, or target a card and send it to grave. So it goes around like Ubel and all that sort of stuff, because I do have people playing Ubel at my locals. It's just the one guy, but yeah, still. We've got the Sylvia, of course, the only in the game we need that. The Moragina, the Searcher. Of course, with these two you can do, if this gets destroyed, add a simple spoil spell. If this gets destroyed, add a simple spoil trap, so you can add Morian. Or this could add like Wanted and Deception and all that sort of stuff for simple spoils of the White Forest if you didn't already search it. We also have Moragina. This comes up really well. I was able to clear a board quite easily just by popping two of their cards when I used, I think it was the effect of Deception or the Belstar Vengeance. We're playing the Saint Azamina. I love this card. It's so good. We're also playing Azamina. This did come up once, and it was against Ubel, so they were locked out the whole game because all of their monsters are 0 attack, and it negates, well, it doesn't negate, they just can't activate any effects of monsters with 0 attack. So it dodges the battle phase effect of Spirit, but it's also good for locking Blue Eyes out of their stuff as well. We are playing a Starving Venom. I'm playing this mainly because I can hard make it with simple spoils of the White Forest or Azamina Rosette and all that sort of stuff. But I am also playing it as a super poly target, which are in the side deck, against like Mitsu and Malice, because they're all darks. So it's pretty good. And we are playing the Guardian Chimera. Didn't really come up, but when it does, it works. Like, I was just playing it just because it's not a bad card. I could take it out for a super poly target, maybe, I don't know. Or just another synchro like Duration, which is good for going into time. But that's the extra deck. And now for the side deck. So for the side deck, the 3 Lanciers, of course, Malice, all that sort of stuff. Also decent against Mementos, because then they can't fusion. So pretty good, like all that sort of stuff. Playing the 3 Perulias. This it resolved a couple times. I didn't really get too many draws off them though, hence why it's in the side deck. I don't really get to use it as much. Playing the 3 Super Polys. They're in the side deck mainly because I play it for the mirror match, which in the mirror match it's so good. Or if your opponent's playing anything that like you're able to make your Azamina stuff with, then that's good as well. And also the Starving Venom. I'm playing the 2 Lightning Storms. Just more thrust targets, of course, and good going second. Won me a couple games. Got a D-Barrier, just for like, against like Mementos, Blue Eyes, other White Forest decks, and all that sort of things. Chimera, just anything that uses the extra deck that isn't a Link monster. So it's also good against like Mitsu or Ryziel as well. We are also playing in the side deck a very weird thing that has won me some games pretty well. We are playing Eradicator and Deck Dev because you can send Diabellstar, Vengeance, and Black Witch for the cost of these, and it locks so many people out. It's insane. And we're also playing the one Dragon's Mind. This didn't come up yesterday. However, in testing, it has come up and actually has like helped a lot because you can reset it by paying 2.5. So this is why I think Jurishin might be a good option instead of Guardian Chimera, because it also is a board wipe and you can win in time. So I might edit that for Nationals. But anyways, that's the deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed. I did go 3 wins and 1 loss yesterday. My rounds were Odeon Fiendsmith, which was my loss, Yubel Fiendsmith, which I won, Chimera Fiendsmith, which I won, and final round was Ryziel Mitsurugi, which I also won. So that got me 3rd place, and I was pretty happy with that. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one, which should hopefully be after Nationals.